Hey, and welcome to the Leftovers channel. Today I wanted to show off my very own sewer lair for the Ninja Turtles. This is one project that I've just had to keep revisiting. After getting hooked on the original Lego sewer lair and picking up a few of the cartoon and movie Ninja Turtle sets from Lego, I wanted to think about integrating them together into this one massive set. That became this set. I wanted a street. I wanted something on the street like a pizza shop, and I wanted the sewer to feel tight with plenty of pipes, plenty of tight spaces, but also space for the turtles to occupy. I haven't built too many custom sets, especially to this scale, and where applicable, I kept things pretty stock. Like here we've got Donnie's bench in the workshop, a large portion of the training area as well. Then we've also got the pizza shop on top, which was originally the corner deli from the Creator line. Of course I've changed things around, but I've mostly kept the structure, especially here in the corner shop, pretty much as it was on the box. So let's start there. I've made the deli shop an Antonio's pizza joint, complete with pizza oven and signage. On the top floor, I've made this April's apartment. If you guys have any ideas of what April might have in her apartment, let me know in the comments. I'd love to give this apartment a bit more character. Anyway, heading out onto the streets, I've kept the sewer entrance from the Nickelodeon cartoon sewer lair as well. I've also tried to add in an alleyway to the left of the pizza shop. There's a skate ramp on the other side of the building and a street on the side that extends backwards a little bit. So, plenty of spaces to set up different figures, like you could have the Krang in the alleyway. I put the Foot Clan up here on the roof. Maybe there's Baxter's robot rampaging down the street. Whatever I sort of felt like. I originally had a much bigger street, something, like the Shell Razor could fit on, but it's such a hard balancing act. Literally, a bigger street means I need to build out more of the underneath sewer lair section, but I need to make sure everything's really well supported, and I really wanted to strike a good balance with the set as a whole. I didn't want the street to be too overwhelming. I didn't want the sewer lair to be too massive and sprawling underneath either. So the Ninja Turtle sewer lair, I've tried to create a space reminiscent of the original sewer lair, the toy set one. Something that's kind of modular looking, kind of cramped. We have Donnie's workshop here on the far left. Like I said, the workbench here was just pulled out of the Nickelodeon's Turtles sewer lair. And using the grate on top, I was actually able to install a fire hydrant periscope. Honestly, kind of proud of this one. Play features were seriously a low priority on this set for me, trying to make a cool scene. But I thought the periscope was a really fun throwback to that classic Turtles sewer lair, and it integrates really well into the roof here with the grate. So Donnie's workshop is on this platform along with the main lobby coming from the manhole. I wanted to elevate this so Donnie had like a good vantage point when he was working on the turtle sub. And the arches here underneath Donnie's lab, really, they represent for me that there's probably a lot of water running through here. That ties in well with the theme of the sub. And finally up here, what's Donnie's workshop without a computer system? So off this lobby towards the back, I built in a very, very small room for Donnie's setup. From the back, we can actually access it a little bit easier. It's super basic back here, but it's just something that I wanted to have to add a little bit of depth to the sewer lair and make sure that the turtles have all the important amenities. Heading through into the living area, things open up a little bit here. I made this wall detachable so we can get a better look inside. It's still super cramped for adult hands, so there's a lot of fiddling around, but there's the training area with a platform for Master Splinter, the kitchen setup, and the TV area. The dojo is pretty much unchanged from that original sewer lair set. I really like the weapons lining the wall and the Master Shredder practice dummy, so I kept that and I just built around it. Breaking up the ground a little bit, you'll see there's a few gaps. This is really supposed to sort of represent a flow of water running under the grates here and past the kitchen and the TV area. One tricky aspect with this larger section that was primarily built under the road was creating all the supports that were needed to keep the road up on top firm. I didn't want to create lots of wonky supports, sort of encroaching on the turtle's living space. I wanted it to feel big, but not empty or awkward. When I first pulled apart the stock sewer layers, the Nickelodeon cartoon one and the one from the movie set, I really tried to keep them relatively together to begin with. The official Lego set always do a really good job of, the patterns on the bricks, the stability, the balance between the colours in the set. I wanted to keep those elements as much as possible, but my first few reiterations of this set felt very, very ungainly. I wanted to go big with like a T intersection, 3 different street sections, a massive underground area, and the ability to pull the set apart into 2 separate sections with a removable street. Like any custom creation, this is far from complete, especially the back of the set. It probably won't ever be complete, but that's half the fun for me. It's stable where it is at the moment, but I want to keep improving. So like any thoughts or suggestions or even custom turtle stuff that you've built yourself, let me know in the comments. If you want some more Turtles action, I've reviewed a bunch of the Ninja Turtle video games over on the Leftover Culture Review. I honestly wanted to find out where all the 32-bit Ninja Turtle games went, and I found some great ones on the Game Boy Advance, as well as a comparison between the Sega and the Super Nintendo Turtle games. So I've reviewed the Turtles extensively over there. If you're loving the Sewer Lair playsets, I've actually got my hands on a Turtle in a Turtle, the Raphael one with the Sewer Lair inside. Follow the links in the description to check that out. Let me know what you think and tune in next time for some more Leftover Culture. Cheers.